Hey, what's up? It's Izzy with I Do the Most. I'm back with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro playthroughs. Um, I got back on here and I realized something interesting. Not all of the replays get saved in order. Actually, most of them are just completely spread around, so I'm not sure where I left off last time. I remember the last matchup because I went back and looked at it, but um, I'm just gonna start with the 2020 reviews, replays. All right, this matchup right here, they were running the True Kings mixed with the Ying Zangs. I guess the Ying Zangs get some effects from being destroyed by card effects or being destroyed by battle, which allowed them to do a shit ton of special summoning. Along with the True Kings, when they're destroyed, they usually give you either something to your hand or give you a free special summon. But you'll see how I kind of handle this. They will go through a shit ton of special summoning, but it just it's not enough. You can special summon all you want to. If you can't get past my board or stop what I'm going to do, then there's nothing that you can do. And I did kind of luck out with the Rainbow Karibo draws in this game. So I used that prematurely. I should have saved that for a later round. But hindsight, it's all good. So right now I have Heroic Challenger, Thousand Blades face down. So if he's sent to the graveyard, I get and I take damage, I can special summon them back out. It's a free level 4. And then, of course, Eyelister. When he's flipped face up, I can add Invocation to my hand. And the reason I did target Star Eater with Rainbow Karibo, even though he's unaffected during that turn, after that he wouldn't be able to attack. And since it seems like his extra deck would probably be rank 9 monsters, a level 11 monster, just as he's just going to sit there until he finds a way to out my Karibos. And I knew that. So I brought Macabre out. I was like, anything he bring in, or if I need to stop an effect, like right there, I didn't need him trying to banish my extra deck, so I had to stop that one. And plus blowing up his other Ying Sings will let him extend his plays. But if he tried to attack into him, I always kept Eyelister in my hand, so it would bring him up to 35, which could run over, looks like any one of his monsters. I went into Rafflesia, because of course she lets me activate a trap hole card from my deck, or a hole card, which I only run 2 in this build right here, which is Bottomless, and then the other one is Time Space, I believe, the one that returns a monster that's summoned from the hand or the extra deck. That's special summon from the hand or the extra deck. Actually, it returns all of them that summoned at that time. So if they bring out 3 monsters with 1 move, all of them will be returned. But I take 1,000 per monster return. It's worth it though in most cases, especially if they're bringing out like their end game monsters and stuff. He brought in another Star Dragon. I was like, Now I brought in Gentlemander because, of course, hold up, I'm pausing real quick. I brought in Gentlemander because, of course, it's just Star Eater was attacking. Now he's unaffected by any other card effects, but that doesn't cancel out Gentlemander being the target that he has to attack when he attacks. And the reason I brought in Fairy Tale Snow right there, aside from being able to go into my extra deck myself, was because since the last time I used Eyelister to bring in Gem Knight Seraphonite, he was sent to the graveyard. And now in order to recover him through invocation, he has to be banished. So I had to banish him. Had to force that banish right there. Plus, it gave me a level 4 on the field, so I was kind of thinking along those lines. This game right here was funny because the dude was like, "Why don't you just die already?" And I was like, "Nah, fam." So he got mad and quit when he seen me bring in Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. It was a classic. All right, let's check out another one. Now I have no idea what these matches are because they're not in order. But we'll check it out and see what it was. We'll go back to my gaming station. Oh, this was the Genzo guy. Let me swap real quick. So like regard and what I should have done was activate Trickstar Reincarnation. I knew he was gonna bring Genzo in, but I thought he had to bring him to his hand first and then show it in order to special summon him, which I was gonna hit him with Reincarnation then. He was so dead set on keeping me from having any spell cards to use and stuff. Reincarnation lets me bring him back. And at that point, I was debating on whether I should bring in Baguska or just go offensive. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go offensive. I was like, plus I need to free up my trap card, so it'd be best to get rid of Genzo. I did forget that this guy had the ability to negate a monster's effect. Luckily, that doesn't matter on Dark Rebellion Dragon because it's not a quick effect. And once he gets his boost, it's like he no longer has an effect. As you see in a minute. So I think I did make the right play right there as far as that goes. And this guy with his damn twin twisters, what he should have done was used the lightning vortex. He would have destroyed my monster. He would have had Elector attack, and that would have been his other monster over there. He lucked out and drew him to a level 4, which let him go into Utopia the Lightning. I can't even be mad though. That was a good matchup. Um, Look like we got another one right here. I love when I start out with Supply Squad. Again, I know some people say Supply Squad is a do nothing card. I don't agree with that sentiment, but it is what it is. I swore once he used a Hero Lives, he was going to go into, what's his name, Shadow Mist, in order to get the Mask Change card, and then go into Dark Law. And then if he would have attacked into my ABC pieces, they wouldn't have went to the graveyard. That would have been removed. So I wouldn't have been able to activate their effects to go on to the next phase. Not to mention, them not being in the graveyard or on the field would keep me from being able to bring in ABC Buster Cannon, Dragon, or whatever the hell his name is. So we did that. Let me bring in my A, which, oh, that's fine and dandy. You can, you know, blow stuff up all you want to. Terraforming lets me go into my Trickstar support. Of course, my field spell locks down his back row so he couldn't activate Mirror Force. Otherwise, that would have been tragic on my end. I wouldn't have went fully offensive. Just because I'd rather bait out their cards and make them use it to minimal effect. I'm rarely like just straight on offensive, but I go into it when I need to or when I just want to turn the tide of the game around and stuff. All right, we got another one here. This one was not that fun. I guess he was running a 60 or 55 card Exodia deck. I ran a 60 card Exodia deck, but the Exodia strategy was more or less, like a third or fourth string way to play. This guy, I'm not sure what his main strategy was. I want to look through his deck real quick because I'm curious. Can you? Oh yeah, Necros. So it's an Exodia Necros build, and everything else is just kind of built around stalling, and he's running like Urabi and Celtic Guard. What the hell is going on here? Running card D. Oh, okay, he must have had them in there before Trolls. I mean, Soul Transition. What did this guy do? Exodia, the summoned one, or the legendary Exodia incarnate. Cannot be normal, summoned, or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one forbidden one monster, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 1,000 attack for each forbidden one in your graveyard. Unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn during your end phase, add one forbidden one from your graveyard to your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can reveal any number of forbidden one monsters in your hand. If you do, draw one card for each. So that's actually more close to the Exodia Necros that Kaiba's father used on the show versus the one that we got. I don't exactly remember what this Necros does. I know it has something to do with like banishing the pieces from the graveyard or something along those lines. But either way, this just was a bad matchup for him. So he tried to scapegoat me to death, and that doesn't can easily get past that. Just attack over them, and So he scooped. Got one more right here. It's the last one for this round. And I believe this was the same guy. This is what I thought the last match was. So he dark bribed my light stage. And I just had a feeling since he was running Messenger of Peace, his monster's defenses wouldn't be that high. This is the first time I played against him actually. Like I guess he was more counting on the fact that my monsters should be higher attack or something. I'm like, I can do a lot of other things. Attack directly with her, and then like Risa inflict damage every time she draws a card. So I was like, I got that working for me. Got that going for me. I was uncertain what his face down card was, so I didn't want to summon. And then he have like a torrential tribute or something, and blow up my whole field. My Macabre wouldn't be live because I didn't have a trap card to go against it. Or if he played a Dark Hole or Regeki and cleared my field, that would have been pretty tragic. So I waited and brought those two and one into him. Add Gentlemander just in case he goes on the offensive. I got two Gentlemanders in my hand, a special summon to take the attack if necessary. Now those are the only two reptiles that I run in this deck. So other than that, I'm just kind of sitting and waiting, letting his card do chip damage. I get direct damage, and then like Arisa doing a little bit more chip damage. And as you can see, I'm drawing into a lot of copies. He was waiting on that. I just so happened to draw into Lost Window. I drew into another one before, but I set it instead of putting it in my hand. This one I was like, I'm gonna hold on to, because if I attack and one of those are traps, that could completely blow me back. Alright, that's gonna be all for now. I hope that you guys enjoyed the replays, some fun duels that I had on there. If you can get Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, the 2017 one on your phone and you want to battle, just let me know. Leave a message in the comment and we can figure out a time to play or something. And, we hop on there. You can get your ass handed to you. I'm going through and switching my deck a lot. I have I want to show you some of the decks that I was running recently. Tierra Light. Let me sort this real quick. This deck is now I'll run it because I love this card right here, Tierra, Source of Destruction. You gotta shuffle 10 other cards with different names from your hand and or filled into your deck or extra deck and cannot be special summoned by extra ways. This card, special summon cannot be negated, so they can't solemn strike it or solemn warning or nothing like that. And if this card is special summoned, shuffle all cards into the deck except this one. It's from each player's hand, field, and graveyard, and face up pendulum monsters from the extra deck. So it's basically a reset with a 3400 beast on the field. The only times where it doesn't work or where I have had issues with it in the past is if there's XYZ monsters on the field and the monsters that are equipped to them give them benefits from being sent to the graveyard or they can do something with them from there. Or if they have monsters that are unaffected by other monster effects. But it's rare that both of these circumstances align. And the fact that its special summoning and activating its effect can't be stopped. It's a spell speed 4 move. I love it because I used to do tag duels on here when there were a lot more people online, closer to when everyone was playing this version before the newer ones were released. And like if I go second on my team and my teammate has an established board and I have Tierra in my hand and I have like terraforming with a build like this, I could go and I could activate the field spell, search into a monster, summon him, search into another card. That's an extra 2 cards right there added on to everything else that's going on. And usually by then I could just Tierra and destroy the board. The only thing about that was if it wasn't game at that point or um their other player hasn't gone yet, then you never really know exactly where that could go. But usually if they both have one and you're the last person to go in a tag duel with Tierra and you get to get off her effect, like adding their cards that's on the field and the stuff that's in their graveyard into their deck, it really messes up their strategy, their consistency. Like unless they play an actual team build. But um, so that's like the last one I was using. Um, I had a couple prediction princesses mixed with the trick stars. It's just a bunch of different variations. Got a couple Jama decks and a bunch of different tiaras. The level 4 build, which is similar to the one I was just using. Um, got a water version with the Nimbles, which I think I did show some replays before. But that's it for now. Hope you are enjoying the series. If you are, give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll be posting a lot more videos throughout this week. I'm also going to be posting some more of the Shining Force playthrough and some funny memes in the meantime. With that being said, have a good day. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.